Welcome and thank you for spending a moment to watch our video introducing this year's Stewardship campaign. This year for the Stewardship campaign, we're emphasizing connection through our shared vision of supporting our church, coming together as a team and supporting the strength and stability of our church as we move forward. Our hope is that we will rise to the occasion, that we all come together united in our love of our church and our commitment to our community, reflected in our giving of our time, our talent, our treasure, our financial support. Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for your support.
The Stewardship Committee asked me if I would tell you the story behind where our theme this year, Commit to Connect, came from. It actually came out of the vestry retreat we had in July at the Solomon Center. We had been sitting around the conference room talking for quite some time about everything that had happened the past year at our church, where we wanted to go moving forward, trying to figure out what our priorities and our focus was going to be for the coming year. And after a while, it just seemed like we came to this moment where we honed in really on where and what the Spirit was calling us to do moving forward. What was the next step going to be for our church? And that's when we decided that our priority this year was going to be to deepen authentic connection. We felt like we needed to deepen our connection with God. We needed to deepen our connection with one another in our Christ Church family. We also needed to be mindful of deepening our connection with our neighbors on the North Shore. And we threw in the word authentic in that because we recognize that we're all created to be the specific people God made us to be, which means we all have different gifts and talents. We all bring something different to the table. We all have our own perspective on what it means to be a faithful disciple. But at the same time, recognizing that when we're connected and when we're one, as individuals who are part of something that's larger than ourselves, that's when we can best serve God and serve our neighbors. And so that's where the theme Commit to Connect came from.
Good morning from Santa Fe, New Mexico, where I'm really looking forward to being back with you next week. Little did I know when we first began attending Christ Church 36 years ago that I would end up being the interim rector of this historic church. We look forward to many more years of being in this wonderful community, which not only serves to support ourselves, the church, but also outreaches to the wider community. God bless each and every one of you, and I look forward to being among you very soon.
So one of the things that we recognize is the importance of when we give to the church financially, that we are sure that our money is being well taken care of and handled with responsibility. So to put a few faces to names of people who are caring for our finances this year in a very responsible way, here are three of our Finance Committee members.
Good morning and greetings from the Finance Committee. A few of us are here today to introduce ourselves and explain the role of the Finance Committee here at Christ Church.
So the Finance Committee is a group of 5 or 6 members who get together every month and review the operations and continue to plan for the future and for the current fiscal year.
The past year and a half has been very challenging for our church and for many churches. Beginning, of course, with the pandemic, which had a huge impact on society generally and shut down our church for many, many months. Followed up by, we had the very troublesome summer last year of urban unrest and so forth. At the same time, there was a very emotional presidential election going on. And then finally, we had Father Bill's departure and everything associated with that. Oh, and finally, of course, we had Hurricane Ida that showed up about a month ago that impacted, in particular, our church.
Having worked through the bad news and trials of the past year, we are pleased to let you know that the members are supportive, as they always have been. We continue to be making strides in keeping our coffers well filled, and we're looking forward to the stewardship campaign and certainly need your support to continue this upward transition.
It's been great to see the congregation come together and support the church financially. In a time when you would expect things to be way down financially, we've all come together and stepped up and helped support the church in any way we can. And from where we stand today, we're in a solid position, and that's only because of the contributions that the congregation has made.
Our church has done phenomenally well. The members have really pulled together, stepped up. In fact, this year, we will be ahead of the budget that we put together last year based on the pledges made in the stewardship campaign last year. So really a remarkable story for our church. And going forward, obviously, we need to step up even more as we're losing the subsidies that we have had in the past, both from the Higher Ground campaign and the government who stepped in with the payroll protection program. So it's been really, really inspiring to see how strong the support is for the church and its leadership during this difficult time. And we really need that to continue and actually step up for 2022.
Thank you for being part of our community. Thank you for your support. As we have seen this year, each of us is important to our church family. We need you, we appreciate you, and we thank you for your stewardship support.